Shalom Israel. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that have passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. Salak, I didn't realize how loud the music was. I'm going to put my hat back on because I'm not praying nor prophesying. I'm just going to, Lord willing, edify. When you read the scriptures in particular, now I'm going to take my hat off for that because it is a prophecy. In Matthew's the 25th chapter, where it talks about that the Lord was hungry, thirsty, needed clothes, needed, food, and you gave it to me. And then the other ones, he said, you didn't give it to me. That's talking about, that we did for his servants, for his elect, So if you did it for his chosen, meaning if you feed each other, you serve each other, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know who's who. If you feed, you clothe our people, you serve our people, then you would be part of the ones on the right hand side where you're blessed, as opposed to if you're on the left hand side, you're wicked, you're selfish. The ones on the left hand side are cursed. And there's going to be Israelites in there on the left-hand side. Salat. Now, that is a prophecy. So, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I bring that up is because we have to get into the spirit of servitude for our fellow brother. The chief, Gabar Rakah, always says brothers got to be willing to be uncomfortable for brothers. I personally hate anybody living with me. Not literally that I hate a person that lives with me, but I hate having people live with me. I'm a very private, I'm a very to myself type of person. And I've opened my doors for brothers, you know what I'm saying? Even though I like my own company. I like being alone. I like, you know what I'm saying? The brother Gabar has opened his house. He's got, small apartment. Open this house to brothers, mad brothers. You know what I'm saying? Other brothers, to Zaiwan, he's always opening his doors to brothers. Who else? Everybody. Like, we could come up with a ton of examples of brothers that serve other brothers. We have to come in this thing and be servants. That's what the scripture talks about. That's what the scriptures talk about. When the greatest among you is going to be like the least among you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have to be servants, man. Because serving my fellow brother is serving Yahweh Shai. I can't give Yahweh Shai a cup of water right now. But I could give a fellow brother, a laborer, a cup of water. And by doing that for the brother, Yahweh Shai is saying you're doing it for me. We have to come in this thing and be servants, man. We got too many men that come in here and be high-minded. I don't care I've been in the truth for X amount of years. A lot of brothers are caught up with that and feel that I should be, have some type of stature. I'm telling you, as a man that's been in the truth X amount of years, I'm still a servant. And I would still be a servant to the youngest man that came in the truth. We have to stop that. It's not an elitist, oh, you've been in the truth X amount of years, so you're better than... No. I'm here to serve you. And by serving you, I'm serving Yahweh Shai. Now, don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean take advantage of it, and that's where we get the problem at. A lot of times, brothers take advantage of brothers having a subservient attitude. One church that I've been around that has a very kind of like us, has a very subservient mentality towards their fellow brethren is HODC 12. Believe it or not, those brothers' level of hospitality is insane. You go over there, you're getting a plate. There's no argument there. You're getting a plate, you're getting food. They're going to take care of you. That's how you should be. I've been among the elders. The elders are like that. They're looked at as highly respected and everything, but they are willing to serve younger brothers, man. We are servants of the Most High at the end of the day. And like I said, we can't sit there and give a cup of wine to our Lord right now. But I can give a cup of wine to a brother. And by serving that brother, by being subservient to the brother, I'm serving the Lord. Because the Lord said to do it for his, doing it for his little ones is like doing it for him. I don't know where men get this. We have a ruling class mentality, but this is not the time for it. This is not the time to think you're a king. You're gonna be a king. But right now is the time for us to serve one another and to love and care for one another. If a brother's sick, check up on the brother. If he needs something, bring it to him. That's what a servant does, man. That's what a servant does. We have to learn to be servants in this thing, man. Not masters. That's what the problem is. Brothers have too much of a master mentality, and the people that you're masters over are other brothers. Our ruling class mentality is supposed to be towards the heathen, not each other. Listen, if I see a brother, he's got a smudge on his damn sneaker, and I got access to a fucking paper towel and some water, I'm going to clean that smudge off the brother's sneaker. Because you know why? Because doing it for him is doing it for Yahushua. When you read the scriptures, man, Yahushua wants us to be like that. Yahushua wants us to take care of one another the way we would if he was here. That's why when you got a brother that's in need, like I said, Chief Gabar, he's always saying, yo, pretend it's Yahushua that asks for help. If Yahushua asks for help, motherfuckers will bust their ass, kissing his ass and shit to get in the kingdom, but you won't do it for the least among your brethren? And I don't really know who's the least among my brethren. I could be the least among my brethren. To me, time in the truth doesn't make me special. If anything, time in the truth should make me more of a servant. If we care about each other like that, that's what it is, man. I'm a servant to my fellow brethren. And like I said, it's not like a servant. I'm not going to be subservient to a nigga that's wicked, But if it's a righteous brother, that was the purpose of the washing of the feet. Yahushua, who's the greatest among that group, him and the disciples washed their feet to show that that's what we are. We're servants to one another, man. When the people see that we're servants to one another, that we will go hard for one another, that's love right there. That people will see the love of the Most High in us by how we love one another, man. How we sacrifice for one another. Nothing stronger than a group that will do anything for each other, man. Even, another thing Yahushua said, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his own life for his friend. You may not be put in a situation where you have to lay down your life. Maybe you might just have to do something for a brother that's unselfish. Because you know how hard it is to live in a selfish society. You might just be called on to be unselfish and to, do something for somebody else as opposed to yourself. You know, being selfish is being wicked in this truth. You can't be selfish. The scripture, when it says seek your own soul salvation, it doesn't mean be selfish about it. Because part of you seeking your soul salvation is to help others. You got to love and you got to care for your brother like you would care for yourself, or even better. You got brothers that wouldn't sacrifice shit for each other. You got selfishness in this truth, man. You got guys that ask for help, but they don't help others. Where do they do that at? Where do you ask for help but you don't help brothers? We have to get out of that selfish spirit, man. We got to start, you know, being more accommodating and caring for our brothers. That's what's missing among Black and Latino people. That you see Black and Latino people in the world, they're selfish. They only care about themselves. You know, they only look out for themselves. They don't look out for you. They don't look out for each other. They screw each other over. Those people in the world are savages when it comes down to selfishness and doing things for themselves. You know, look at how it is. What's that holiday coming? That wicked holiday, fucking Thanksgiving. You know, you're gonna see how people on Black Friday in the middle of a pandemic are gonna endanger one another and themselves for a fucking TV. That's how our people are gonna do one another, man. That's how our people. That's the lack of love that we have for one another. Even the Wu-Tang, like there was a skit on Wu-Tang Forever where he says we've lost the love. We lost the love. We don't love one another, man. Where is the love among Black and Latino people today in 2020? I was just talking to actually my former roommate, because he put up I'm sorry, but he's a hypocrite. It's my brother. He's, you know, definitely has been a good friend, but at the same time, he's the type of motherfucker always clowning people, always making fun of people. And he put something about Black people need to lift each other up and all that shit. And I hit him up, man. Even though I was kind of clowning him, but I was saying, bro, you're the clown. You're the king of putting everybody down. We got to stop doing that. Stop putting our people down, man. I'm actually backing up for you assholes, and you're sitting here beeping at me. It's funny. That's the spirit I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that are selfish. And then I'm at a red light. 1 and 9 is back the fuck up, and you know you got people that are trying to be on the other side of the red light, and at the same time, what they're doing is stopping people in the intersection from getting over. So I'm sitting here backing up so that these people can go and them people could go. You know, but that's how we got to be. We got to start being unselfish, selfless, caring about one another, loving one another. You know, just like Common said on his Retrospect for Life album, he said, you know, we gotta learn to see the God in each other. You know, if you learn to see not the God meaning the Most High, but if you treat your brother like a God, or in other words, like a, you know what I'm saying, like somebody that can't do nothing for you, treat them well. That's who you really should be treating well. The ones that can't do nothing for you. The ones that can do for themselves, they don't need your help. It's the ones that can't do for themselves. And again, you don't get taken advantage of. I'm not saying let somebody take advantage of you, but the people that can't fend for themselves, you help them. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could, you know what I'm saying? People, help people that really need help, man. You got people out here that don't need no fucking help. You got people out here that hog up favors like a motherfucker, but they won't do no favors for nobody. Fuck them. Help the motherfuckers that are actually poor. Help the people that are actually suffering. Help the people that actually don't have another way out. And the Lord will manifest his love through you, man. Being in this truth, you have to learn to be unselfish. Going to camp is unselfish. I have to respect brothers, even if they go to camp and they're fuck ups. I will say this: they're doing something that's unselfish. Maybe if the rest of their lives they can live that way and learn to be more unselfish, it would be better. But I give props to anybody that's out there at camp, because what are you getting out of it? You're getting ridiculed by your own people. You know, you're sitting here, you know, being laughed at and scoffed by your own people. And you're putting, half of you brothers putting your business out there on not on social media, on YouTube, just to give an example to brothers. You know, and it's sad. It's sad how people do us. But keep being unselfish. Forgive. You know, remember, treat your people like they're royalty. How you expect the white man to treat a black person like royalty when you don't treat black people like royalty? When all these women are bitches, all these women are whores, all these niggas ain't shit. Just like I told my former roommate, because he said, oh, well, it's a difference between, you know, talking to black people and talking to these ain't shit niggas. Who are you to call somebody an ain't shit nigga? If I see a homeless brother out here in the streets and he's begging, I'm gonna see what I could do to help him. I'm not necessarily gonna give him money. Sometimes I might just buy him a meal. Sometimes I'm gonna offer a meal and he's gonna say, oh, I need money. And I'm gonna tell the one that needs money, sorry. I've told homeless people that I'm not giving you money before. Because you know what a lot of people like to do with that money. You know, but ultimately the point that I'm making, man, is we're called to be servants. We're not called to sit here and be masters in this life. You know, when we get in the kingdom, we get into the rulership mentality. The Lord is going to give us that rulership mentality. Let's not have the ruling class mentality when we're servants. Right now, in our jobs, we're subservient to the white man and the other nations. In our spiritual life and in our personal life, we should be servants to each other. You know that brother Gabar, man? Chief Gabar? There was a couple times where I was going away on like a bus trip or something. That brother will come pick up my car, come back. He'll meet me at the spot where the bus is going to be, leave me my car, and take the train back home. You know, because on the bus trip, of course, I got to drop people off. He don't feel like being in the car with niggas. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be like, I'll just take the train home. Like, if that's not subservient, I don't know what is. That's a leader. That's the leader of the church doing stuff like that for brothers, man. And he'll bring back my car with a tank full of gas. And he'll bring back my car with a tank full of gas, and he'll clean the car. That car will be clean as a motherfucker. This is the leader of the church. He don't have to do all that shit for me. And I'll notice it. He'll be like, man, of course. You know, that's how brothers are towards one another. That's how you get the kingdom, man. You get the kingdom by being unselfish, by caring about your people, man, by caring about your brothers. You know, like I've been known to freaking buy shit I don't need just to support somebody's business. You know what I'm saying? I remember I went to Kemet on trial. I bought a hat I forgot what tribe the hat was. I just gave it to a brother. I bought it just to support that brother and gave it to another brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, because anybody knows me, you know I love New Era hats. I'm not really you know, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I just bought a hat from one brother to support him and gave the hat to another brother so he could rep Israel. You know what I mean? I know the brother that I gave the hat to was that tribe though. But anyway, you know, just to give examples. You know what I'm saying? You see a brother that has a business, or a brother that has a talent that you would pay somebody else for, hire the brother. You know, there's a brother that knew that I was living in a nasty ass apartment complex a couple years ago, and there's a brother, or there was a brother that knew how to kill roaches. Like he had some type of mixture that he made to kill roaches. He came to my house and set up that mixture all over the crib. I never saw another roach again in that apartment. And I paid the brother. Because you know what? It's either pay the brother or spend with the so-called white man $100 in fucking raid to kill roaches that's going to come back. Or combat. You know what I mean? Rather than spend my money over there, I spent my money with a brother. You know? Or if you know somebody homeless that has a talent for, I don't know, washing cars. You know what I'm saying? That, I'll pay you X amount of money. You know, what's a car wash? A decent car wash now is like, what, $30? Pay it to the brother. See a homeless guy, hey, listen, I'll pay you $30 to clean my car. You know? Things like that. Be a better brother, man. Be a better brother. Be a more caring brother, you know? You might not get the best car wash in the world, but you'll get everything he has to offer. You know? Or you might get a thief. You don't know. But you know what? You might get a thief if you go to a fucking car wash. So, you know? How we treat one another in Israel, in this truth, according to what I see in the scriptures, that's what's going to determine whether we're going to get in the kingdom or not. How we treat one another, how we care for one another. How do we deal with people in need? Because you know why? The Lord is looking at that to see if we're going to get the kingdom. What if you a selfish nigga that wants to heap all this money and power unto yourself and you don't look out for nobody else? Do you think the Lord is going to set a nigga like that up in front of to be a leader and king in his kingdom? You think the Lord wants a selfish nigga to be his one of his kings to represent him on earth? You crazy? You're gonna make the Lord look like a you know, well, I don't want to say the word out of fear of unintentionally disrespecting the Lord, but you make the Lord look bad being a tyrant over men and calling yourself an Israelite, or forcing men to cough up money just to come to camp. You know, even with tithes, like brothers pay tithes. You know what I'm saying? When a brother can't, you know, brother can't. We don't be tyrants, but no, nigga, you got to cough up that bread. Like you got comfy in them. Like those motherfuckers, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They have funds and all that shit. They tax the shit out of people on top of the 20% taxes. Then you got to pay thousands of dollars for Passover, thousands of dollars for this holy day, the building fund. You know, you have like a bunch of things that you have to mandatorily pay over there. And they have somebody that calls people that haven't been paying and say, where's the money? So we're not dealing with that type of power. We're dealing with the type of power that has understanding and mercy. You know, that's just what it is, man. You know, you have to have the wisdom and be able to not get taken advantage of. I'm with that 100%. Don't let nobody take advantage. I'm going to give a perfect example that happened this week. That same former roommate I'm talking about, his brother, his biological brother hit me up, said he needed to borrow money and said he was going to pay me back in 2 days. That day came, that motherfucker didn't call me or text me not one time. So now I know never let that motherfucker borrow shit again. Although it was an insignificant amount, it's still like, fuck you, nigga. Like, don't ever ask to borrow shit. If this is how you do, at least hit me up and say I don't got it or something. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to pay you back Wednesday. Then Wednesday come, you ignore my calls and text messages. Those are the people you don't look out for. You give a nigga one chance to do some fuck shit with money. After that, that motherfucker can never get a goddamn loan ever again in his life. That nigga asks for money ever again in his life, I'm gonna say fuck no. Because you reserve the right to not help people that have screwed you over. You forgive him, he's forgiven, but he's just never gonna get money again because he's shown that he has a track record of fucking up. You know, you be the best, kindest person you can be on this earth, but don't be a sucker either. You know, like I said, be a better brother. You got to think about it. And that's why the scriptures also say, know who you do good to. Why does the scripture say know who you do good to? Because you could be fucking giving your last $20 to a fucking fiend who's gonna take the money, buy crack with it, and get high, and next thing you know, a brother that really needs help comes up and says, hey, Ak, I need help. Oh, fuck, I just gave my last 20 to this other guy. You know what I'm saying? Know who you do good to means you also gotta be mindful when somebody asks for help, because some people don't need help. I done seen brothers that ask for help and be the most fucking well-dressed brothers in the camp, man. I'm talking about going back to shit. When I was a treasurer in Zabak camp. Be brothers that need help. And motherfucker, you head to toe in fresh shit. And you sitting here asking for help and you don't help out. Nah, man. But anyway, you know, the purpose of the video is to tell brothers, encourage brothers, be a better brother overall. You know, love your people, be a servant, be ready to be a servant to your people. You know, because if you don't, then that's just a mark of somebody that might not be, you know, part of the elect. You know, you might be 2/3, because 2/3 are like that, selfish and evil. You know, but shalom.